Town Caterpillar nyame adom dwa so ka atiri esuo ho amekom nsu nyame ye esuo ho agyamem na nakona du iya dom kuma wo besro na sentubokom abotan so eda wani nyina hini be men na amanse nsroma be kwaya train Calvin Pankro no Promzi Abidjan Kwanta han bia pie kotokro makonche dia sempa kontase onwe campaign for Christ asenso chichire Amas Community Radio esuo fankatia pasolo se waboaso snappy se wa prabon New Life manso edubia jinyame Ebrem New Town eni manyam kanyame nsuta pachi dida amangwase the rose ya eno so ewo kana Facebook live and YouTube ye Oyerepa FM and orepafmonline.com.
Oyerepa News.
Ghana this yama ma junior kwa be sabre no nsia de to so mienu anya abo abiam nti ya tena siasa no nsema do ye nsa aka kase bo kwa so achichi ani pinche mo se de eba beda mo ba bibia ya mo bia ya na wa share nso social distancing kase bo hand sanitizer kase bo nose mask na ye de eba no kase bo en mo nyampe fa hu jujume kase bo fa nsa to nsa yam ntia me nyamatu .com I promise FM.com tini ni so Oyerepa FM so enya agro kra de dem ukopiem e wo Facebook ani mukrata won mo eno so ye bedi ahia Oyerepa FM Oyerepa Radio ne Oyerepa News eso YouTube enso eye Oyerepa FM ayeni ahia adwenkyere ya beje ya de befra kase ne momubuo ne ani die kwan so yesraw se manya kase twitwe ni adapapo emfa nsem aye ba bekenkan ne kwan ho tifi no efrase agugu fomu yi betime efrase de wadwenkyere apa abebusuafo nsem no atifi se de si akro mampani na dankwa kufu ado de nsam atudwane ne Ghana Stock Exchange mpanifo kwosra wonum eho na wodi nsam bi ato wonum anim nsam bane a
anano wabrase abadwafie abadwafo gi hyehyɛ bi to mu se wonam so ede ba be pesika amoman no efre no Ejapa Minerals Royalties Investment no eni padodo bi kasa saade na enye yenyi free ho owura John Dramani Mahama akase yenyi free ho na sesi ade doctor ba akoso kase enye kura ntidachi bia obaboa NDC ama sa hyehyɛ no aba no watwam wa free ho
ya de betre mu so Cape Coast na chese fifi mantem na busuafo se de yesitie se yakwa kosi airport bia ho no nsema sore pa Dr. Mamumia de sembi atudwa
na Dr. Mamu sananu binfo ba omia de digital man $IGP ensam yodi tudwa no fa kakra so atwa de amama mpanda da John Dramani Gonja de konkron papa no Mahama na Dr. Mahmud ba omia ka kire nsa da woro ma ene wo se one village one dam no hunu bia wo ka kire no wonu ani krom wonu masam du de egu wo nkɔhwɛ
Asante Mantem John Training the Manu Patriotic Party Chairman Bernard Enchibuosi akwa aka asembi afa edra secheduma se abatwo empesano ehun
na maame Jane Opoku Ajiman ena meka se yabono nkoso hima na jese frankatufo abedi atirema ndisi amayoku ade aye no kroba so ampatamu bai muntwa yede nchemu baba
afe abayo bia wonu ase so adi mfrinsia edun kro 19 years ya no Oyerepa futu osuopiem o kiremu obekana num asem edura che no adane a woni posi supeta posi panipa yo adi mfrinsia aduosia akotwempra na wabo ka wompra atwenum ane asinti anya ne dan emu nsem wa ha
yebako Uganda mino emo woni odefiase enipa waha edionum yensa 153 and a coronavirus ate wonum
na ya tie semu so Angola memu na busia coronavirus obere so ejina mu pa no nsi ya kaso obi anhye dem wo mo maso ya di no opie ye amanbo ne chese nkwada makomako bese dunkron wo na fa mutu anano wonsero abambofo ikumwomo
afe America brochimam so sabra ye kase ya chese ni asrafo enom di omu agimu a wonum buama California jabrane no mpanifo hwe na watumi atum no
yes from live ewo Facebook so Oyerepa Radio yakoba bia nipa ko bia kasabia in the whole world wide in the whole Ghana tune in radio so yawo ho baby abefa bia obenya live now do message no aba bedia ba hana ba king kan be gidi se be tie die be king kan be message no ama bene anyway infantry news battalion yakin kan sam na mamo ya me PSA Ladi, many anuanum.
Probia Asante Enafe.
Social distancing ambassador of Atafrimpon na Yatnasia ja nyuma ko bia da roma yade bro oil of nature skin and hair clinic da roma better GPC ba mesha GP1 herba mesha precursor natural ginger drink ba center Bosha ba electrical side foundation sanswa na one yakadom no do so papa na Yatnasia ya abusuafo yade ensam no eba abedam mo ba bibia ya mo bia fei abusuafo ensam no ni nkire mu se de ana yeshe ete amamu baby bia ya muwo ebia na yefrin samno asia wo manga na mampanin na boada adu prema adu fentemfradu du de du si ade yo adu free SHS papa ma me beka adomo ani eje obomode na obo anan na we no eye adwuma ya propo ai na wodi kokopiem e wo Ghana Stock Exchange na Ghana Stock Exchange no wo kwa anu onu kokobon nkomo mampanin kirem se etietia wo ba ya nantese no said the city say nyina nim say coronavirus ade no ba be ha adwen papa ama ahodo sika sem adwadie ne nsesa ne ade no say nya nsusu aso bone wo so ama ne nyina asi abokọ ya ebo mu asi adan krobonko ya kire say ebo ni tirinko papa ati afaso ati afa kire enti enei wokọ ya wokọ hwe say de Ghana Stock Exchange penfo nsu coronavirus ade no enya die ewo ndwumadie aso na numu no na mampani na adan kwakufa ado ni tudwa kire mu say said we are seeing him na yajatum said the coronavirus aha ma hudu nyina ma nyina sikasam ato ape na hihye mu ade mfrafra say ga ni aduane ade no enyo manga na ko na ensu ni nyina mu no aban no ene mampani wonum yedi betimi abomu modern papa na wonum kwan betimi afaso na ni omanga na ene kwa akoba say bi mantem ya ga so mani and stock exchange ya ye pa na gina yi a omanga na behuri edi kan panti won na akoma to yam aban ni behwe oha ne asusu ampidi ya coronavirus de abre wondwumadie ewo stock exchange onum na afei aban kwan obefa so aso na sene apejo na gina ho.
My presence here really is relatively simple. I think all of us in this room are aware that a strong stock exchange, a robust stock exchange, is usually a very good mirror and reflection of a strong market economy. So whatever can be done to strengthen an exchange is inevitably tied up to whatever you can do to strengthen your economy. We have, in the last 4 or 5 months, gone through some very harrowing times, not just us here in Ghana, but the entire world. And it has had a major impact on the economies of virtually all the nations of the world. So if indeed a stock exchange is one of the critical instruments for growing a country's economy and thereby growing the possibility of people becoming more and more prosperous, I think it is important that those of us who have to make decisions affecting the economy have a clear idea of what is going on here. And that's the main reason why I came, to find out the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on your activities, where you are in terms of growing the exchange, and what obviously government on its part can do to assist the process of getting Ghana a really strong stock exchange. And my presence here is to signal to you that this government is particularly keen on the things you're doing here and what it can do also to assist you.
Adu dodombrofo no enia waka ne katrama no de atando do mu a no awe brofo de agu onum ti o chese Ghana Stock Exchange hono ye kansa no ejese no atraya befo atraya na se akuraya nyumaku abrane ne nyumaku abata kakraka eja usika odidi dwuma odwetire no ya awe ya akofom na opese nkrofo ade omdwetire ba be shem bi so afa wo mbeto afa ne kwasibroni eka ne shares na ho na ne okokoku kiredi go se bi ofata meti anumi Oyerepa FM ne bo ba electric accident kese nyina akura ya media na medwetire ya akofom nti mepe nkrofo mbeba be so mase no mbeba be so mafa na mne onum aka bom na ne ya business no anase bi kura no a enya nkofom ne mum mepesem tiretirem mepese afoforo ba be ka won ne tire nkwa ban mu enti eho ene de sa ne ma nyina akokogo nti nyumaku abrane no aba de ankurankura de eja ya pese obi mu ma nkrofo be tototo bi ehese no eho na wode akuro wondwuma ye omudie eno na mampani na dan kwa kufuado wode sansam no tudwa which is a stock exchange or quack share one how ya coronavirus diabre wonum na aban so hu kwani obefa so aboa wonum na pani ya wo ye kwankyere for totofo kwankyere for managing director at the Ghana Stock Exchange Owura Eko Afeti won so wode ensem kakra etu edwano kyerem so how de wo mu obi pa nyabia ni nukure ni ese wanka enya agrokura titru so mbenya nyuma ko dudu no a de agusa akura ye ne atraye num ama nkrofo abebo nani akoma na wayimu atobie ni ade enso kura yasem.
This is the first time that we're having a sitting president actually come to the floor to witness what goes on here. So you're welcome, sir. Ghana Stock Exchange will be 30 years this year. As an exchange, we've made some modest achievement. We've created 3 markets. We have the main market, we have the gas, and we also have the jet frame. We have only 40 companies listed on the main market and the gas. And then we have also over 100 billion cedis worth of government bonds on the market, as well as about 8 billion cedis worth of corporate bonds on the market. And also, as you see, electronic stuff here, it tells you that we've been very innovative for the past 4 years. And like I said, the COVID did not impact on our operations generally in terms of the operations that is trading. But of course, it's impacted on the volumes and the values traded on the market in terms also the index that has gone negative for a while. So in terms of performance over the years, we've done quite well. The last time we had a very positive index was in 2017 when we had just come to power. But as an exchange, we do have challenges. One of the key ones is how do we get Ghanaian entrepreneurs to utilize this market to raise money? We will keep on doing education. We will keep on creating incentives internally for them. But we also need to get the government to look at various policies that can also help and attract some of these companies to also go out there and raise capital on this market.
No, we to for kwankyere for a managing director at the Ghana Stock Exchange. You recall Afeti na yete nka o kyeremu se ye ni bredi kan ya mampani oti akonwa so kyerɛ sitting president abomodi abo anan abebo apro ewo matra ye nhwe ndwumadi ese de esi ekro ne ade so no kyeremu se o maka kraka nyina sa Ghana Stock Exchange onom no nwuma ko makoma akwadu anan pe ene ewogu onom ya nkrofo betima abomu akoma na ene agya wa hwɛ de opɛ no watimi atoto bie iye yankwe ni moy
tuaso ene His Excellency Sarawuta Nado Danko Ekufo Ado wano akasa tena kai mu popi wow the convoy enkramantam ekọ Ghana man sika krabia batan asoye Bank of Ghana anyone mu kodi nkita ho na kwa woko nyina ne se wode aseda kase wode aseda konkro ekọ akoma Ghana sika krabia batan Bank of Ghana ewo dwumaso na wadi ewo na bresom His Excellency Nado Danko Akufo-Addo ekopie ho no ene Dr. Ernest Addison our governor panyin power da Bank of Ghana no ho ni office na Nado Danko Akufo-Addo ekosoye okoduro no mbusa ne se be ne Owisi piri obo tabiri Ghana president ya mu akwaba na kwanso wamani ene se inu oba amani esampa ewiase oba akofo nche danfo dia kroje mframa ebu onu nko wontimi nko ntiase ba akonkonko wano Nado Danko Akufo-Addo onu nko ntimi nko se yebo ni di man nsa so enano so ma president ema Ghana yi oboni trim no hye boso sa oba obema mpuntu nyuma akoso neso kan na no neso na ne botom nso okan na no neso no hia boafo wose mfie miensa ene fa MPP amayokuo no ebeje aban ne tena so no Bank of Ghana aboa wa mo wo nyuma mu a waboa wa mo ewo Ghana sikasemu waboa mo Ghana mpuntu hyehyɛ mu amanne ohunu sampa oman no akwanani yedie abam tine no enti wabra ne ho ase na wabone mu ase na wada wano mu ase ewo no ma wano ma ye His Excellency Sarawuta Nado Danko Akufo-Addo.
I felt that there are 2 or 3 critical matters that have occurred in recent times which required a special gesture on the part of the President. The first, of course, is the sterling role that the central bank has played in supporting economic policy of my government over these last 3.5 years. I think that the the measures that have been taken, the soundness of the measures, and your own personal commitment to ensuring a stable macroeconomy and generally a clear business environment for our country has been extremely useful and supporting of the work of the Minister of Finance and of course ultimately of the work of my government. So I wanted an opportunity to come in your own premises to express my appreciation for the work that you have done for that of all those who are working here.
Yo, and now don't go Kufuado, Sadamidi Kachemu, Ewo, Trimono, San Tenen, Sa and a Tiana Otremo, Sawaba, Ediasada, and Wadeba, Sadan, Wadena, Monipaya, dia. Osaye ye wanyi na ya mense ni di wo bonu mu ase bre ne ho ase eda wo no mu ase no no de to aso se coronavirus so yade wa agimu jene yade prekasa ja na edu a epiepia mama so ma bipie Ghana amafo ye hwehwe wo no enka Bank of Ghana amamu a enka nye entia no no ogina so aka se Bank of Ghana wonu ma ye bi a free March 2020 bepem sabre Bank of Ghana ayebi.
And particularly these last 6 difficult months that our country and the world has gone through over the COVID, the support that the Bank of Ghana has given the government and to the economy, to businesses, has been an outstanding feature of your stewardship of the bank. And it has made it possible that despite the difficulties and the major disruptions and dislocations the national economy has endured as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, that still our economy is still in quite a sound and solid basis. A lot of I'm sure the finance minister will be upset to hear me say that all of the credit goes to you. But certainly a considerable part of the credit certainly lies at your door and of the very capable group of people that you're working with. It is very good to hear that already, as a result of this cooperation between you and the Minister for Finance, that there are signs that the economy of Ghana is beginning to pick up again, and that we're witnessing a revival of confidence. The sampling of consumer and business confidence in the economy suggests that things are picking up again. That can only be for the good of everybody in our country. And we need to do whatever is necessary to make sure that it continues.
And you was the Bank of Ghana more on my boy, managed domity. Coronavirus by dear Oyiniti was swapping considered. Ebimu yare wa hwa to mo na sunu nyina mo no Ghana enwuma esan Kenyan hubio eno ma nyina dia danse se bibia eye prom ni nyina Bank of Ghana chita wo de tie eboa yenti na eno no to aso bia se eye banking sector clean up se banking kotoa ne akase bia na nya ne namro mu yia eno no waji wo nsam lances wo mo nya adwuma biem no eno so obo na baso se waboa esan sa hwe yi anka ebeye twamene ama oman kankro. It's
going to be difficult to write the history of your governance without talking about the banking sector issues. The success of the reforms will define a lot your period here as governor. Government has found it necessary to give the bank maximum support because it became obvious to us when coming into office that if the analysis that had been made about the fragility of the financial sector that we had inherited, we were not prepared to back up that analysis concretely. God knows what would have happened to our country. And the manner in which the reforms have been carried out, I know there's a lot of controversy. Many of the people who are responsible for the crisis in the first place have found it convenient to be able to point accusing fingers at those of us who are trying to clean up the mess. But that is the way of things. Those things never bother me too much because I understand the need for politicians to agitate. But I think that it's a matter that's been very well handled. It's enabled our country to come out of the financial sector mess that we inherited in a stronger position, and all the indices are pointing to that. So it's a major achievement for you and your team.
Was say bank be a good or maimu a sign say I shall woman mamona. Omunyo suye ninti ebin tiasie and so omu karin one senyamu who says a bank no yaju amon sam nadwa yaju amon sam ehoma yaju amon sam sekan no mu jadwumana ebe boy dache yo muntra. His Excellency Nado Danko Kufuado and Oko Bank of Ghana a Hong Kong match and a Pia Numerosia Casebomu
100.7 FM Sweden way I can't see Numerosia and one was Ubisua. Yadi Emma Wono Nabadi che Dr. Mahmoud Bomianson in Central Fortune Como. Na Ninada F and no judge media courses in Chinchi, a 150 man temu na Ninada Kokoba say, Wamadu Mini Swadunu, ya watching Tim Manifesto, where to Ghana this anymore. A PSS and Cropo Yadua. Obeto obuase ne wasi wiem hye gina bia kakraka bi ewo sa emfifi mantemu kepko sabonte so ehon ko no asore papa esanjwafo nya Dr. Mahmoud Bomie ne ebisa nse anyembia no sede ejiriwase wasi akosoro ene ade wo kan semisa ne wo kire se yesi bi ho pen ye no ewo framantemu na nso ehon sika enjiriwase wo no anko na nimpi ti sede ye kwakosi no kepko sui na se bi producer se bia wuku ade nso de se wanhwe no wanfa ntu ba bia wo so de ta nasa wo de toa ebe frato ne ntia wo busa be we no akwa ese we kep kosua akwansra ene ma ho se eho no ye tourist site ana se eba no tourist attraction ho pa na wo no wo chekire mu se se eba ne sa no mu sisa wiem hye gina bia no ankofo be from mama so aba no ma ba be hwe wa bra wo mu nkonkosi babi na wo ma ye transit se de be ka no se bi obefa kai ho ana so be san fa wiem hye afri se kumase ana se nkran e de akọ kep kosu no e ma ne sa ti se bia so afri babi nkran no wo ba no atwam no ko kep kosu preko nti we no enya de bia no wo se eye njiri wa so na so wo se wo de toto framantem de ho e na afedi wo mu si no kep kosu no kro nyakopon mi ensuhia kakra dem enti no
Uhwe airport in Cape Coast no adia ehia pa unim say historically Cape Coast used to even be the capital of Ghana. Yeah, it used to be the capital. Cape Coast today, if you are talking about the history of slavery in the world, anywhere in the world, you will study Cape Coast because of all the forts and castles in Cape Coast. So in terms of the slavery issue, it's very big. You talk today, for that matter, about tourism in this country. And Cape Coast is the tourism capital of Ghana. There's no other place that attracts as many tourists as Cape Coast. You talk about education. And today, if you look at education in Ghana, Cape Coast is the education capital of Ghana. So the amount of traffic in terms of people that goes to Cape Coast is quite significant. And so if you are looking at trying to put in place infrastructure, say the infrastructure ebe boosting the economy of Cape Coast, you have to look at it long term. And the tourism industry is one that really is important. Tourists like convenience. so I can fly into a place. I don't have to come in and be on a 3-hour journey on a bus to get to the place. So that the airport will provide a lot of convenience for tourists who are coming in.
Oyo mapeni abedi achi Dr. Mahmoud Bomia na muteni Canada voice. Odi chechemo nyina tu central for nim ne se enwa kwa nya Cape Coast yemhye no e wasi ahwe ne page na bia dia ma na ne bia ofiri bia no kokogina no mukunkon no afiti ase ayi wadwuma na hoso no ena ye akwansa bia enkofo dodo no afiri o mama so no behwe ne ma wo mayi mu afi e ba adusua nso asese Ghana wuntimi nyi Cape Coast film tase Ghana ha nyina Cape Coast kura na teso se adusua e wo ho pa nti se wo musi wo ha nti asemu ano no nti asemu ano nti yanso ya kenkan de mamwa nti asemu ano ave ya to aso egusu ya kuyanim na ene wo manga na mampeni abedi ya chile Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Sananu bifu Bomia digital man IGP dollar IGP ani awatrase pa na yenu anu Peace FM wonu afidie ne so e won krampo bi mantam kropon enkramu bra woni kwamse fakai bon komo no ana koko bomu sa mokaya mampenda da John Dramani gonja de sekronkron idebi keke bosu ke na ari orizo of efa so fatopri Dr. Dumso John Dramatic de le most rider aka papa no
Wakwaji na batu okrata anase tumikrata ya wode beto abekire ye voter ID card woni kurom bole no wode nsam to nsantrofo anim kire mu se matna wa MPP fo ada mu se ya de mu sa boase MPP fo aga kire mu so umbe mansini ba ko bia fidi djuma ba ko to nchane a kurokuma ba ko bia so tade ye aja de begu mfudi so nso ba ko one village one dam one district one factory ni one sensama wo ba so madi atrokrokura ni onum ya ewo mu no de ha no kura ne sa one village one dam no kurokuma ba ko be mam tade ba ko de begu mfudi so wo se ya atro papa na waka no abusiafo na yosana abusumi ewo mu ya ejezanda tosu enum 5th August ana wode sansem tudwa na mampani abede akire Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia se na obeyi nanu na emom nu aheda na ode ate wo manframa afaso entiane wono nso osana abusumi kuro ye ine da toso aduonu enum 25th August jeze nafu aduonu no amna ba betoso na wotena se wayi nanu anu ose Ghana for adawro mo pamcho mampenda da adwo mama woka se one village one dam no enya no kura MPP fo antimi ani boshe so no enya bia wo pamcho se mampenda da adwo mama wo firi hini wo firi bole no msi anu ose ni adawro ma woni ni tintin bia ani anu yie tintin bia de ma no Ghana for mo nka nkyere mampenda da adwo mama mampani da da se won koni kuro mbole one village one dam no a wose ma so MPP fo de adi atro no wonu masam makoma du egu onu ani kuro mbole won kono won kohwe na obehu se eguo pa ni nyina munum ni nyina ha said your sum 372 na wonu mawie nti se wo so ohunu bia wonko no ani krom bole edu ho obenya bia hu.
Recently omampenye dada Kase one village one dam no it hasn't materialized, but there was a documentary Omoko Bole, his own constituency, and 10 dams were functional, and people are using these dams for irrigation and so on, and they are very, very useful. And there were talks about how it had saved communal fights over water in the constituency. Fulani herdsmen, the fight over water is very, very high in the north. It's very, very serious. And so these dams are providing water. And you should know that some people use even tube wells to irrigate farms and so on. So as one village one dam it abua for power, and then people who need water for their cattle, to wash clothes, to build houses, and so on during the dry season. No, it has really helped a lot, and I have followed the testimonies of various farmers across the north. If you sit in Accra, you may not understand what the impact of these dams are. You have to go down and then see it.
Two things crania sa krokuma baako tadia baako one village one dam no shada hu ni nsunsu aso na emom okọ mia wonu mi afu potem mu wonu mi afu ko sibro ba ka se farming communities na ne obehu se won nsunsu aso papa anti wonu enkrom bole maako du honom so onti okoya se wahuru ana ne refi onsan konkohwe na ni nyina mu okire mu se one district one factory ye mansin baako afidi dwuma baako nso no anu su gusu ye ekoso papa nyankro padum sabre ka se ma pani abedi akire Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Sananu bifu ba mi akire se maako di osunsia 76 ana eye adwuma kwasi broni beka se in operation na anum no anu okire mu se nyankro padum emu aduonu nwotwe 28 de eye afoforo kra ya afe na yetintim ni aka nso de na wo ho no agya na asi aboko si ntrase aye mere hojo na wonu akanya emu a iya mema so asi obiem.
It's a very successful program, as you know. The one district, one factory, as Honorable Alan Chairman always says, that you don't build a factory overnight. It takes time, and we have done a lot. Right now, under the one district, one factory, 76 factories are operational under that scheme. Of this, 28 of them are new factories that have been set up, factories like the Kasaropa and Kumfi Juice and all of that. Those are factories that are new, that have been set up. There are others, which are about 48 of them, which are also being, which are existing companies that have been supported to do 1D, 1F because of their need for higher capital. Anka business no ebegua. You've gone in to help a survivor. It is part of a program. But the important thing is to be able to distinguish between what was already existing that you have supported and what is new. That is just transparency. So the data will allow you to distinguish that. So it's important that we report what is happening. And there are so much more that is happening. ADB supporting 58 youth-enabled factories in terms of processing and so on. So there's a lot that is going on in the 1D, 1F area. And I think that as you go through to the next term, we will see a lot more of these which are in the pipeline come to fruition.
Antiano, near Uko Facebook Live, next one, a picture of the Atos Otimus Mampania, Vice President, where Guy, Papa. One or that's one, Tina, command your name, you are Penny Quamsi Fakai, Peace FM, so wouldn't be pa, Ninsomni, and I resume here.
Bedia Bahana Baking Canem. Bajisabet, was some must have my and put one some upon this, Amanyosam, any other Bramsaka, animal and some. And I know fear the 14th August 2020. I want Rasa Bedroom, Adiabi Esiwo, Adiana Esiwo, no NSM, a Japan Minerals Royalties Investment, a year a Kubia, a minor about the Bam Rasabedja Fiese, and Rasabedja for Anyintum, no more Tumwa. Sa ejapa ekuo no ade na o man sa akache na o mabono ebeboa amianya sika every 1 or 2 efoma gudi na efoma gudi aso e de honom na sa sika na ebeboa amampuntuo aba na eda no o beje sa ade na tum no emra so badwam dom kentua NDC fo omo story pa say sa ade no a omo de omo se ko sha ase no omo suro sansanya ade ebeboa ebi kura esusu se ade na omo de ba no empanifo bi wo Ghana ha no ma wono mabusuafo hyekyekire MPP fo bi hyekyekire ye omo ankasa djubaku a omo heda ebe ne se eye Ghana yenya akasa ekuo na nam so omo ba ba gigi hu sikadi na so se badwafo ebi pie yo se bi ampio eda no 14th no oje saade ne tumu a meka sai ahyase a ebe ya adwuma no owie ya pa ekire ya Ghana fo binum ekasa meka sai ekuo maako edunum eye kuwa ensha mansi asore kasa se saade no omode aba mrase badwam a yade atom no enya de ababuo bia enya de ababuo mu nhuso ebi kura atwe ho da rese ade no ebefa yakopra ya amena no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama flag bearer de okro frankemo edma NDC amayokuo kasa ade no de by hook or crook yeto obama na walai sumatalai obaba betwamu o enkosi ko nko enkosi baabia na ne eda sori ya owura Stephen Mantiao papa wagidi enkane no na oye chairman Emma Eku from Public Interest Accountability Committee Eku ehwese enkontabuo papa bakso o memu si ade oka Eku a your friend the Alliance for Civil Society Organization on Extractives Anti-Corruption and Good Governance chese se Eku ehwese eno ma ye fango ne ho nkeka wa no enkontabuo papa bi beba so na afọ ma hwese dwumudie entwimfa oman no so na amamuo papa ebekoso na papa Stephen Mantiao se ampala na no John Dramani Mahama his former president eka sade no maji atum na nya no ofo no so pa no hu sade no bari konkonte ye shara na yemfa konkonte nwa wiam na wiamom na ndabeboa sade o maji atum wo mrase badwafie no hu ni se emun na ho papa kra emun na ho ntidachi bia no wo bompa say ye betwam amagana man yenya fa ahode afre hu.
We take this opportunity to call on His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo to 1. Acknowledge that though the Minerals Income Investment Fund and its special purpose vehicle may be legal without public input, it fundamentally goes against his pact with the Ghanaian people. His pact with the Ghanaian people, particularly the mining communities, to cede 20% of mineral royalties to develop the communities. 2, to suspend the implementation of the Mineral Income Investment Fund Act until all documents relating to the establishment of the special purpose vehicle and its beneficial owners have been disclosed. As concerned Ghanaians, we sought to access the transaction documents on the Mineral Income Investment Fund Act Secretariat, only to discover that it has none.
Waso mahwehwem akofaase ehunu ade bi ade no ne nke nyinaso bi ono pe omukoye omanya nyinaso bia afren so omunya ho abotre wo hu ne se ade na omaje atum no ombeka se emra ne ade adwuma obi antimi fa obi ankokoto nanso na adohwe masa ade we koso a asedi pododo no ensu se ade na omunti ase omumpene so enti ko otwentwen ne na ase ne nka Ghana fo nyina to ho ase wie ebeboa na ama ne sa ade a ase wo twe ne ho afiri ne manfo ho asa ne manfo ensam ontie na afenso wonjutwa mo na ase na wonni a se ekuo we adwuma kuo we ade we na abaso no embrase badwam no mo so mo ntie ase no eyo mo dia no yemfo mo di meto abontere ne ehunu sanse binum so mo ntie ase eba ne sa no a na esa asomdwe aya adwuma enti mprempren ya wonya bibia omo fa nkonkon na sa hwemu we nyina emra wieye se de be ya manfo aboadwoa wono bo ebadwo omo ne no ene embrase badwani mo manfo a womo ewa second day and a second day was Regia Toyamantamo, lawyer Andrew Ejapo Mesa, and Oyerepa Kase3 nkomo and was yo. I didn't know my for Edwin say, Emunaho, a kana chichie, a dream no, Bagaski Abani, and Yano Cressa, Bibianam Naquamo Trudo, Naya idea a baba boa on mine puntu.
Now, what about Parliament? No, what's the Parliament in my own one? Now, one list a Japan royalties no on the London Stock Exchange. Now, Mr. Biso, actually UK, aban se company be a oye shady company. Or be list one no stock exchange, no umbra, most of ya. Obama wana. It's so strange and unimaginable. How are NDC for work a day? Oh, yes, shady deal. I want to point exactly what it is that is shady about the transaction. Mineral Income Investment Fund is a wholly owned public service. Ghana ban through Parliament was Shambra was setting up. Ono now owned a Japan Royalties Limited 100%. But a Japan Royalties no up there. Or flame there, there. Aban no on well. Ghana Commercial Bank. No can win now. We'll float t-shirt or stock exchange. I mean, how yet to be. It's exactly the same thing. Naban is seeking to do to list that company on the London Stock Exchange, able to raise equity rather than the bossa. Them Mr. Mahama or the road fund proceeds or the bossa will you be Obian Kanchan on your shady deal. This is exactly the same transaction, except that rather than the bossa no, Yaman of work to shares room so that you go to your counter back, you go to your interest wall. The Papa let's send the Nitty Abani there. Again, Yankopono Dama Finance Minister, Nanim for our way to Wagon, a corner over to where this car, Uncle Yabosa, no yendis for you, one pedal ban no ye, or Yahu on your she, Obian, Sissy Gun on Funkis Libya, Yansu there one, unknown a walk in 8 days will be your Banama, also saw young box at another money.
Yo, and lawyer Andrew Ejapo Mesa Kase3 say. Ade no ayeye ti ano ye bia no wo Ghana mrasha badwam no eduru atirako kwagyan etware wo wabe waduru wo hwim waduru abrochire lande kura ne nanam wo no mani so no omdwadie nsam na frafra mu na sasa de we enya de papa nka abrofo no so omonyi ntum kwamba bon bongalat ai kwamba bon dangbeshi kura back to send am asa ba Ghana nti ade no de eye papa enti ebe ya yenyi ntum
yemfa nsam no enkopie mu ya nche na matrankonwa asase so na entro ye je gusu a na mayofo mu gusu boye yi no ena ona no ndc amayiku franketu fo be de akire professor na opoku agiman ne woni a waka ne kokopi ho no mo na bra wakọ ye nsemfo pinu ane nkomo en wakoto na matrankonwa na woni odi enkomo no na ni nyina mu no ene ba betu odwa se na mbra wani ase no wotimi hu na ma mi je ni a wotiwe waboa pa wo men chichire fa na dusua ena afei se ni nkrabata wodo ama me na ye adwuma pa de ne ye track record na ni nyina di adanse so se enipa se di jaw no atimi ya wo kire sa de fufuro beja wonti na no mkaka woni a ewo ya nche nkonwa sa aseso no wa manu akonwa so woni ntimi ka sei professor na opoku agiman ya bono nkoso hima ewo ya nche na matra konwa sa aseso ni nkonwa din ene na Agyeman Opambo ya wotoso mienu ntini nkonwa din no na ayi na Agyeman Opambo wotoso mienu nso sori ya no wose nananom we de manum a empokura ne sabe predo asa bia wuku me ya bo me ba asase sui mini akonwa da konwa medi ya ani suku aja madada no anyankro pando me so afo a twa de so Ghana ha ne ade na se pa se ye bebbo mo nkoso hima de ene we de good one there pa na me ka kire me we ha nyina se wo mo so mo ho so na dachi bia ko okurum ana se mputuduma wo be ye obaabie ene wa nkasa wasetena ne nipa betena no otena ye bebo aba so ye ntie na Agyeman Opambo ya wotoso mi no
ye maame opepa oji ye wo adisredi ade tu na nse omra no na so so ye gina so ne ahyena ni wonyam ne ye nkai tumbi ato one yanche electoral area ani ne ntam na se na mepoa na ta ofro eye Ghana abanya na wakai se okokro bi mu na kro no okoye no ye bibi ma no so akai se obeye bibi ede ama yanche mechina yanche empanyimfo adesimu panyimfo ana tadia so empanyimfo na mu na yesre na oba panyini apagya ne mu pijami tumi so ayama yanche man ana se yanche electoral area nyina aswati se enadai yebebo ye maame no abaso na abaso bodi ye de bono no ene se ye bono yanche enkoso ehima aya enkoso hima ni dia ye de be mano no ye fra no Agyeman saa na me nsuso ye fra mi Agyeman mi wafa obedi MP we na ni ba bi ko ye fra no edupoku ama mi nsuso ye fra no opoku eju hwemu a akwese coincidence yeso mi wuro se ayanhye ya etwese bamu edi ye de mano no nana opoku Agyeman Opambo odika aya ekoso Agyeman yante eti mesra opagya ne mu ne edi na si akonya so
Nana we smart pa Nana we Nana we smart papa just we papa no ne banwa
o to ma papa no ato ama oba no be ma me den kresu so ka kire Jamin so ne nana no obi different pon a Jamin so different pon me fa me ko bo me brand ya hina
anya ka sentiment ma de
esa na bebe fa wa kofra be o
sentiment ma de ka me ta
o ti ade na se de
a ze kro bia sante ne ze ka be bra fikasiem
yen kam kokra mo kokoko nche no entu hwe na ono ne de na Agyeman Opambo ya wotoso mienu ena fe na opoku Agyeman ya ono nso ya frankatu kwa be de akire ko yi a endi sama yoku ya bono nkoso ahiman ya didi kro no ama no so ate ase ntu ono ne Opambo a odikan na de no we say na if you na kro obetua baba wantua ejese na no bedwawo we ye de atwagu ye wo esnafo saf mansinim afo mantemu yanche na matra nkonwa nsase so
zaate yanku anumai afo mantam no anaja no be kwa hene de wan de wo kirem sa da woroma won ko bo akonya emfa ma na emu abaso no obebo so ohun na ne wo de set ma se kwasi bro mbeka se wan dose enti ane na na abaso akumani ya otoso biensa won so no be kwa hene no be kwa na matra nkonya won wo da wonma no ane wo de smatu ja no akirem se ya maame opoku Agyeman Opambo ya wodi kan kwaso hima ya wo yanche nei won de wo da no ase no wa bona baso aka so ya ade papa no ata akiri wo preso sama penda da John Dramani gonja de sekronkro mahama ayi ni so mra ma ya tuapam ya kire rani metima ndi si amanyu kwa fimpinu ni dunsi abato mu na baso akuma ni ya wo to so miensa eto ansa so kire mu a maame no ye yi no anya kwa na mampenda da John mama yi no maame no ya ade pa afa kura so a kire se ma wo twaka wo manga na abraboni asetena ntoto ya ne nkanko ni mpuntu nyina mu titira amanyosem ni ade mu so wo kire so ma wo brase odwafiem de nanso eni kwa sepem ha wo se kokoduru na duru asuru obie nti se yenyu oba o brase odwafiem na yakonyu obi nso wo mampani atena yem amamuo no ni furuma no ano ye kire presidency wo no ya papa nti se mampenda da John mama tu sa na mo no a na wa hwe ma boten ya wonum apo wo abraboni asetrem na eni wode ya ma me professor Jane na opoku Agyeman ya sese wanya nkoso ma wo ya ncha ye frɛ no opoku Agyeman Opambo ya odikan
Sadian Sancho for to the Basanes, saying this is for the don't mean you are running bit. The Savica fraction and another can't say. So, Baba, I watch and no session. No, what's something I mean? Abraham, I mean, told just say, Yamami and running bit, Edema and this, you know. Any people who drew on, sent in a say, and Pennyforce, Bequidi Fatana, Fatanacono, and I'm Pennyforce, and as I can't say, you're never to your delegation. No, see, I hear Mammy Abakasama, and Yamran Tiana and Kiakanka, I give a boy. Yamami. Oba, what share ye? Now, say of Bianfo, and your Bianfo can say Professor Bill. Yan way a course school, Udu Teshela, subject Japanese languages. The opportunity prayer, Santa Casa, I see Emreno. So, I'll call Teshela now to Churchia. You are trying the English and I will translate your Bechi. It's really great you want to make. Nankanka English and French. I am a major or professor. Say a Casa, ye the year Casma, Kamaka Mami, or be ye. Festival and yes. Whatever yes, and I didn't see them. Mamma, about me to Shama, why? Nana, whatever. Yeah, come on, me once a month. Yeah, can you, Jalen? But the end is the National Executive Council. But the Eura Jama said, so much and yes, a chepa. No more ye, Mamma, Sebi, or your Batampa, the every year. No, but I now Juma, why are we now both local and international? Yeah, one someone kind. Mamma, we are role model. And I don't walk away home. You better, Eura Jam, so I say. Yes, behind every successful man lands upon a good wife and tea. They were me up about Eura Jam. She said they are coming 2020 election, December 7th, and this included by your Modia.
0.7. Now, the onion sorting fees, I'm anthem woman and call crying. Mbetu 231 side we free one mze abasobon the NDC for any ma me we free half man tem no obesena am se kira bobo ya na am de behia no ma sisa de agum nti we ya no obekọ hene na abaso akuma ni ya otoso miensa na wo kire se ye ya bo Professor Jane na no poku adwumadin ankrofo bi hu dwiri wonum mu yam si wonum se wi ma me no onye obeyo ya ka kira ni ayo bi pen maame no ayade yesusu dua romodel abraboni asetrem e de mo manga na de ne ho aye ho ayo yanku ani mu aye ho ba
nti yanku ani mu a ene na abato bragada so ne akoni aba ho nsam ne de ibram ne Hassan ayare gase wono no da ye to aba ma na dana na joro bakwa kwada police cells ama ade a chi nti ensam no etwetwagu sa na MPP New Patriotic Party and right to manim sam one more power any pebi a ono behwe ama campaign akoso 2020 mu constituency by constituency about one person ambia mu na address such adumase constituency one more power mu de e hona Oro Bernard Entwibosi akon one no na e chairman jam training e de my PP amayeko e wa Ashanti Regidi ato omani mu se e hona mo kon no wo hwe ni mu se wo mo ya pom wo no on ba kun ye papa no no manya emma wa hama bupan de okron 90% ama na ado dankwa akufuado eni ebusasa papa edi enti na areas bebre kona bebre wa ha e honko na akopɛ madodo no se hwɛ enipa ya ade a osayeye ensa kona ensa ba na ado ba ye empuntunyuma address cheduma sefo omofade kwa womanya pi enti oso omoma na ado su pi na hya enimonyam
Aduna constituency aye baabi a MPP yani wo so pa enti abra ye ba ye the president abakro yi mu more than any time ye ba ye so no mo amunim se aye warehouse ahodo a yesi no wa ha ana afi mfuo so a planting for food and jobs so a yaboa omo wa ha sa so ana mo hwa agri college so a yaboa omo wa ha asana one district one factory aba ha sei asana $1 million US for constituency so a ye dia ba asana akwan so a ye yi ane ade wa ha ni nyina ne say ye de sa nwuma we nyina no de aba say ebetimi aboa ama motimi de anam so na mososo motimi de aboa ama yetimi agi seat no na ya 2020 on the 7th December no ye beto aba wie no ye isi bubodi no a na nye obi ase honorable Salu so Bamba ono ana ye MP for adwira sekreduma se anu kwa na epese yefe e wa adwira sekreduma se na ye nim se kwa bi aso no mo be ye de amaye
Oro Bernard Entwibosi akochema untumi New Patriotic Party NPP amayeko no gentani e wa Asante Mantem ha
Osuna yo ko no ane da so di akire bi na nwumre ye de nsem no e ma mo no 100.7 FM so eni ye tigina mu nso so e wo asante mampo abato abesu aso a ono amokwaku apretwum ene mra se bedwani pretwum nsem a wo ka nyina ne se yankropo ya adom no moto abawiesi akunkura fimpimenu aduonu nwie ene de besia ene se wanse mu be se aduakron 90% de santima mpomfo no beto e de ama MPP ama eku no mato aso ne se twani ata bedu James ena ebo nkomo wa bra enyi medie chenchenche bi ekoso fanu baabi etese na wo pa entoabo campaign team no ho entoma mapo ye de
target of 90%. We were GDC a bit to me in the sense that I hope one year I hope you can and you go for any demand message here they will call amount for all. We was a GDC one a demand and not any MPP in the last 3.5 years. No, they could do on it's almost 4 years. A idea go up social intervention. Any a here for why they bought a here for work for a sending them. Usikani, the business a cost. Uyeni is so abandoned to 3 years after 12 months. You only be Uyam Faso and now hospital. National Health Insurance Scheme. Now I have the building and then at least hospital. And if I don't know apa, secretary has in Suku Samia and man Palai, Yadi and Medical School and MCCSM. This is who some friend in Dindi and San when you scan what you do about Apple School. This is kind of what's you are at the phone. And then about this is up to SHS. One more movie. Our first one to us, our woman to the doors. Now, Nana is our bed in Cassiana to say, you will have 2021. Student loan we have guaranteed be a team. Abrutiri salary. Fortunately, there was schools are baby. There was students here. 1 year and your parents are put it. And of these fantastic policies, I buy edited from away. One member who go now put the
Amayosam ya amayo campaign bremu ade ye wono na chese nto abomere nti obetin sem sa ye ba do waja tunu atira wadwo Oyerepa radio Facebook na ebripem ya kenkan se de tie no pepepe ye tuaso
ya tuaso nti anu asamre de ya amanyofo anum dwa honhom mre ne ewom no atisi wom so saa no mu kasa ne anya agrokra wom fa ne agro mbetima ayo obiwa se ne aka ne se obi ba ka kire so Ghana bema bi aso aware kura no obe ware ma free nsa preka se na chira ginger drink bo modern numbi na numbi preka se wa kakadu ne ade anum de dokodoko yi wa bre onum a hu san na ba wo pa na utumi sampa ne matimi akoyi a hoden abo awura nipadua num ya ba cho si kire ne mfra wa ne asomduro bi anim ti bo modern pebi no answer of 0548 953324 0548953324 so Oyerepa FM dem uba benya bia to afei sanso na wokọ Mrs. Agatha Enterprise Apino House atonso no abenya bia ba information center tafudwom akate trash shop dot junction mitributa bi information center wonso osipedwom won mu na akọji bi Oyerepa information center so atuma ko video new site monkoje ne mapa prekasem bi dam no na wabo moten waji GP1 eba me sani bi no wabobọ Obobo GP1 eba mesha ni atia ne se immune system booster da bia ka kiro uko English laboratory memu a we ya Ghana adura UK government waji atum GP1 eba mesha eba cho num bi enya adura e woso yare ansa no akwa kira kwan ya adura be na anu numa yare pede yare wo nyare da ni nyina se beboa manipadua na ahoden papa adura UK government se ye food supplement awode ne sasha se aji atum ayemu nhwehwemu apene so se emra UK mi anton de nya eduke to FDA fo so de omu sasha se we ni aduro no a ye nuanom mu wo UK ni amahodo so a wo mu nya covid ni bi o mu kyerem so mu num ye boa mu recover antem o mu ma o mu namfo num abrofo ana covid a che o mu da ICU ni ade nyina bi num ye mu so antentem no GP1 o boy perfect dan mu a promise about wa kwa akwajo de no abobo no ano belta GBC aba me chadu panie e ba chaw enam san ya de ahodo afi se prostate no be ma ne cancer na se enlargement na jawanya o haw no ya do so ama wa kwate de yantie bomodin belter GBC aba me shedu pan bi nanom the award winning project aba medicine unya bia ho ato be modin fi shedu mienu akro modin free sabre nunu bi na mo ne project u ban na daache wa ankonya project cancer ne project enlargement uya belter malaria me shaso anu ato ntimi ne die ya ba acho waye boho waye se furugu afragu nsuo mu ana bofroto a ya ti di akoto anwam waye se twon jirese o che yare ase gu pno so bomodin na pe belter malaria me shanom wonu beto so be di du ba ti aduane do be kese pa kenji abamrum Abidjan afi Fred Mensa ba Samanko ba Chamfor Market Dania pa ebi ho frey 0244939193 0244939193 pass off my angel pass off better cha ba bia wo bia yankuanim za ana wa Oyerepa futu mpanifo atenase na wonum tenase no ya abayo bia ni hu anjo wa ba betena te said yes sebo ato afom no ana watra akonwa so na ante na bisanse anya bia o nante se odin di wo firi ba obie na no a wadi mfrinshia do nkro 19 years ni din ni Angela Owusu na Angela Owusu no aja so onso ne ho ya nde kakra na wana na mo a no okoshi apa posi bia aja abodwe kura fu dwan anesa posi ni a wadi mfrinshia Adiosia sister years ya woye chief inspector ni dini Osbert Boafo na police inspector bo modern na ne wododo no di na no fa ne ho no wode wodo hankofu gu ne nsa wode kwase agasa so ba bia brepo na ne jai police aba no de abone pa na ansa no mu beyo no ka je so be ma no manga na esi di apema hedum 1500 Ghana cedis aje se wo pepe edunum 50 million sikadada num wo je di akwaje afon se so de ko business yo na police unim na nim kwa mfa so kira akronfo ye ho adwuma femfra maja mo akwa ma wati kwa edon se cheche afi wa wie 1500 no a akwada ne 100 Ghana cedis na police ni di ma no ye na no de ha no se aja ka ma ne body na police ni ayusu ne free nyahwe wa kwati yade a wate enkeke yade sefre sinti watue wona mu a se ne nsan hye ne ba bia no obunimu gongongon free se ne ba bi keka no papa dia police no wanu ne ho pa so ni police ni akwati impress gada di no ko police ni de kura ho ko bo na mane se ukunu de ode aye mini ma police ni kura so e ma no sidi wa ha ani aduonum 150 Ghana cedis so amfa nkoto to adro ni pieto bi mfa hye na ani akwa ba de sa na munti Angela Owusu
Masem ni say me call Zongo police station madam fu bi ho na me call na station officer ye Osbert Boafo okachira me say opemi me na obusa me say na me oboy na me kachira me say da bi me ni boy ana osin a okay ono so ne yire na emo opemi obehwe me de me pe bi obey de obey ama me na obusa me say me ye adwuma ana me sin da bi me nya adwuma ana osin a okay me nya adwuma de obey me sky ye adwuma no me sky de otofu na mama si me ofia na ofre me on Monday Tuesday no ofre me say me shano Abripo Junction me go shano ne hono me hotel ti me call no catch me say person no me da ana me catch me say ja metimi no ado ba me sure say bia me no ye bibi anya den on frame me bia na say usuban no catch me so da bi nesa na nka wo kra nka ne ba kra ti se me ene me jam me mama papa yi ti me jam me mama papa yi no o ma me 100 cedis se me fanfa ka o kodru ye wa frame me ana me friend nti di be 1 week time me hu se na ma say ye den e kika me ana me friend catch me say da me ho no ma na ma say ye den e kika me no catch me say ono de sikadu enti no office ha say o sa dey me fa wasa ashawo ni onti say ene enye yeso obi no be da obe ma 100 me call your test no mo church dro ma me say me nkoto na me change me panties o ma me say me fa nkoto edru no but panties ni de catch me say tim ma me tim enta panties ma me jaye nra me ohonom na refer me na re ma me 1.5 say me fa nkoto panties na o sere me a sem no me ma fa nko baby a
so ngase na nyame tuatua mu nyina aka maako nkura nketo amompe mosase sugar daddy for na amompe ene ko buka osim de ayo pasa akoko duedue o dia betra ya nya odai se nyase mitimi ni so
friend say dada
friend dada no adeda no so adeda itu aka
ba so ne sa bond so ba na say 1000
so aka chen so behwe no
oba ni school
sugar daddy onu police inspector na chief inspector
ko dada o mo so sa no
police ni yire so sa police ni wo so ame so na ai chief inspector Osbert Boafo what Angela Owusu nsam a wo kan ana badwafo say umbe friend no abonkomo na agya we yinsam no ano o say na wo anjira nkura no ya mbonsam wana wo be so wo ya ne bonsam mo de muntie
Oba, kasa mno swati. Jina sona me kasa mnchro. E kasa menene na da entro. KDA is SC. Menege no Asia once. Be busumi mi ni na ba divisional commander ho. Divisional commander no bi san say the problem ni say. O se me na da mabu no kwasi ama afta man ya re ni ya re kwam dia man go me me re na ci. Ni nyina ci ni nim say na fiti. E na commander na yi sika that day no. Ci me pa we yi sika de man no. Don fan ko hospital. Ni be bia no omra. E na commander me frɛ me ka kyerɛ me. The next day again ne ba e o de ni belt bi ni ade ba e. Say yes one sa emra hospital want to no bi. Ni na me be cost no. E yi sika almost 2 million de man no. E o me office. Ina me station officer wa ha. But this kind of man no. Okoba e no beka kyerɛ me say yes one to stand find this na ti atam no. O stand find this na na me problem. Friday na me say ko me diska en ko to find this. That Friday no ye exams e wo police me chief inspector officer chief inspector ye exams. Oba ha wa me to me. O jina phone so di matem ka system ko tie nyina. Ni nyina chi e da ya ma committee me huma nya ko fa no. Ensi wa asuso oba ba diska na no o me diska no. E no obi ka me re so ye police chief inspector sa wo so ame. E ko me yere ko ka kyerɛ me say me na da. Na see and me resin me be ma ti say be ma fa na chin and na ko da no problem any news enti e dey no onwe and what you person compensate me me niska and me yi 1.5 dia ma me yere so on fa ma no and na wa ko diska no and me yere won you say on person obeti asem hu bibia bi enti me hu ne tia wa kan dia ba ho ni ma dia oje enti bisa no say dey adi bi no all we me of course after 7 years hu yin nyina dia ma
dia no oje ani syphilis no ade ama no nke kai ade no enu ana no ope na so chief inspector so eze on pieto euro ba ko penso yese kwato dancing sisani pieto nyina fama no
so say akase beduru no sofo ani ga ni person supply mo
oh pieto yan ko ba bia sa na nyame ba yi onum a no ma sesa on se sofo na kan wose ya disem wose Yesu Kristo ogina akoma pona chi wo bom no bom no amia obebu agum de sa na te
your first da Emma one year the prekasa na ginger drink bar
yeah no mawie
okay oil of nature so okay I oil of nature ye with ye 3 year Emma uluku younger o yes akwada say what bleachy ne say wan nkunu ye mistake na kofa nkunu srae na ma onim no aye ya basa okronosis ne nso oba ni ade aye wa odi bi fa so a ne nyina ba kama pimples ne ade se wuyi utiri na watiko ya se ade bi fofu a san akeka bom aye style bia de fa so be ko stretch marks away ne nyina ba ko wo se buy one get one free or moringa basin gel wo ho odi dware a we de kama nim tree shampoo wo ho nyina be fruit trasama tree afu kama oil of nature opebie to ya mekom stadium kwan so a city light dynamo oben ash fm o abrochen so afre ubenya bi na wato de bi be mane ho kra ama wa use ne kama o abrochira US afre +1 716 602 7050 001 716 602 7058 0546 133 685 020 942 2670.
Baro mpe banka sa cha sa bra ro bo apomde papa busuade ya cha sa wo ba to so ago hospital chire no a ene ye hye jai e banka se mu hard ya pa problem banie wati pa 0244083482 ono be bon komo tight foundation for se ba na won to ombo ase emwa o na tintitia kama ukocha na watumi akom kasa no Chinese language pa ya sa se dada e wo Lizzy Hotel Santa Sra na ba to no mo ene to a supermarket no ho Palace brane emwa so ate fe na ye kwa na ni homa no e 0596912680 kama eno no ne no emon komo ye pe baby emfensi
nti ano madwin tande ba pa guso na kwa mensa bonsu sheka azema wonso de ba no usu OPD sunyawo de ba wibobo aten wonso de ba Maxwell Sefa bonsu o ha azema Filippo kwa breka se Masadam Broka kinte tre shop ho agwazikisi wonso de ba ya seba makuma ifie man Piero uzu nie jaba so aba kwa bna Frimpong ja boasoba ayo odi ba na Jessica Boaten wonso odi dem akuma ajeman akomia ajeman ozo de wom na no say opoku anana no say Kofi Shadisco yo yada se George Owusu was say otu wadwen kire hanom Clement Uabafo wadwen kire ni Evangelist Oduro Michael onzo de namu na afi Dr. Danblo Bremso Apelsika teacher constitution wi amuase Frempom afia kotobre onzo de by name wo swag pa Frempom afia kotobre wadwen kire no doson papa damase nyame nsram pa mo vanchese ntibinki kabra no aso ko nza mupoku tofia kwa de nra ye tampo tomato de koji awade besi nanim se ye begu awade ndi asha no nanim no watena se ko Emmanuel Oduro Korea ene edom no na ebo moden 18 team de ma ya ni a ye ba ebesom ye ono anso no osemu ono ebe chi dom no ye bebre pa na ye de eba ye bre no aso ye ko na mpani atena se social distance na bazard of Atafrempon mene anuanom
PSA Ladi enafe
Krobia Sante yadamu nyina se yesore akona gasa for man's ventures for no ya champa wi mu okrumate yankopon hyiamu pa wi anu nanya asam ketua ba bia ewu ene obaba se wakoto adweso dinkra
na mamenche apostle Abedovi na ye na woda wo kote Worthy Palace Chapel tis of any apostle meche apa nyankopon hira happy birthday ba bia wo bia na menye okese no ma adom no no so ma you say dia tofin mo asum ti aware no se ja ene umugu ni nra ne no be kan so mo se so sesen yo